there, good afternoon. I just arrived for the first time on the lesser visited island of Molokai. Flew over from Honolulu, flight before that from Kauai. I made another video already about the flight and showing the prices of rooms and the flights and the rental car here. $294 for 48 hours, so 147 bucks a day. I just left the airport. My Airbnb is other side of the island that way, but we got daylight, so I wanted to do a little bit of exploring before getting checked in. And so I'm driving over to a viewpoint.
Take the next left onto State Highway 470, Kalai Highway.
Although Kaunakakai is 4 miles ahead, let's go there first. I think that is the main town on the island.
Take the next right.
You can see the Pacific Ocean out there, and I believe that is the island of Lanai out there, another lesser known, less visited
Continue on Hawaii 460 for 2
island of Hawaii. Let's turn the maps off for now, get down to that town, do a little tour. So there are 8 Hawaiian islands. Kauai, Oahu, Molokai here, Lanai, Koholawai, you can't visit it as a tourist. I forgot to mention, next to Kauai is Ni'iau, a private island, so you also can't visit there as a tourist, and then Maui and the Big Island. So you can visit 6 of the 8 islands as a tourist, but 4, Kauai, Oahu, Maui, Big Island, are the ones that, 90-something% of the tourists go to. So Molokai here is a little visited island. The flight was a 9-seater, whereas my flight from Kauai to Honolulu was a jet. It had, 2 rows, 3 seats on one side, 2 seats on the other side. So a smaller jet, but still a full-on jet. So Molokai is quite a different experience. Looking forward to seeing another side of Hawaii. Stepping back in time, so it feels, many decades. Looks beautiful. Not as dramatic of landscapes as Kauai or Oahu or Maui or the Big Island with the mountains and cliffs, and on Maui and Big Island volcanoes, and then Kauai has the Waimea Canyon, spectacular canyon. So it's flatter here, but a bit of a mountain up there, but very green, lush, looks quite clean and varied landscapes, different types of trees here. So far, first impressions are very, very good. And if you're wondering about the price of gas, there you go, $6 to $7 a gallon. So here we are in the main town, Bank of Hawaii. Molokai Public Library. Since 1937, amazing. U.S.A. flag, Hawaiian flag. Definitely mellow for the main town on the island. Ono Fish and Shrimp for real shakes. Molokai Fish and Dive. Kind of a classic old style downtown here. Whale watching. Street food over there, plate lunch, breakfast smoothies, acai bowl, poke. A taste of Molokai. And they got the roosters and chickens. Friendly Market Center. Howdy. Pascua store. I guess this is probably a good place for me to get a few supplies to take over to my Airbnb. Looks like the end of downtown, post office. All right, well, I think that is going to do it for now. That gives you the idea. Sleepy little town here. All right, going to go to one of these stores here, buy a few things, and get rolling out of town. Go try to find some spectacular views of whatever we see. Mountains, cliffs, ocean, beaches, palm trees, everything Hawaiian. So I did some shopping, got a 6-pack of Asahi, and then a milk, coconut water, granola and yogurt, so basically a breakfast there. All of that was 43 bucks. Let's get out of here. So the water is just a minute's drive away from town there. Thought that I would just pop down here, take a look. The wharf, I guess fishing boats leaving from here. As far as I know, there are no ferries between the islands in Hawaii anymore. There used to be. I know that they tried to start one going from Oahu to Kauai, and surfers blocked the ferry as it tried to come in as a protest. And then they just canceled the ferry as a result of that. And I knew somebody who had driven her car onto the ferry and gotten it over to Oahu. And then that ferry that was going back, or else another one that would have gone later, got stopped and her car got, stuck on Oahu. And so I don't know how she eventually got her car back over to Kauai. Nice old truck there. Molokai ocean tours, so whale watching, sunset cruises, so there are boat tours. But however she got her car back, it must have cost a heck of a lot more than it would have cost just to put it on the ferry. Now let's drive all the way to the other side of the island. Straight over there. And then where I'm staying is out that end. Turning right here towards Kalaupapa. State Highway 470. It is a fairly small island.
Continue on State Highway 470 for 6 miles.
Certainly not tiny, but it seems like distances are shorter than Kauai, for example, not only because it's smaller, but because of the terrain being less mountainous. Kauai, you can't go through the island, you can only go around the island along the coast, and there are larger towns that get traffic. Here it seems like it's pretty quick to get around wherever you might want to go. And then some nice trees here. Very unique looking. Kind of forested. Another little town of sorts, or just a neighborhood. Crossing sign, interesting. Are there deer on this island? So my ears have been popping, so we've definitely gone up in elevation a little bit. Speed limit 25, so I guess we're coming into something. What are we coming into? Palau State Park. So I have done no research so far, but I will do a little bit more for tomorrow and have some more specific destinations in mind. But for today, it was just get out, drive, see what it looks like, and I guess we'll get to a spectacular viewpoint of some sort. I think we're almost there. Amazing forests. All right, I guess this is it. And State Highway.
You have arrived.
Okay, we have arrived. Interesting. Phallic rock. One person there, a woman out on a run. So this is Kalaupapa. You are here, Molokai Lighthouse, Kahui Point, site of Kalawao Settlement, Cemetery, original grave of Father Damien, Saint Philomena Church, Silawama Church, Cemetery, Kauhako Crater. Wow, there's quite a bit to see here. So what are the distances? Okay, here you go. 1 mile. Okay, so that's quite a bit. So that's a all days walk, kind of. Not going to do that today, but we'll see. Maybe tomorrow. Few places in Hawaii are as rich in cultural, historic, and natural values as the Kalaupapa Peninsula. People have lived here for centuries, from the early Hawaiians who left behind thousands of stone structures to the patience of the present community. Patience. Oh! This is the place where the leprosy settlement was, or Hansen's disease, beginning in 1866. The first leprosy settlement was established at Kalawao, where Father Damien, as mentioned there, de Wooster, labored among the patients for 16 years until the disease and its complications claimed his life in 1889. During the late 1800s and early 1900s, Kalawao was abandoned in favor of the Kalaupapa settlement on the western shore, where the climate is milder. Today, the Hawaii State Department of Health administers the settlement and operates a hospital. Modern drugs have made isolation unnecessary, but many patients have chosen to remain. Okay. Well, let's go on a little bit of a wander. If we can wander anywhere without too much of a major hike. Petroglyphs, whoa! All right, let's wander this way first and see what we find. Kinda spooky woods. Very peaceful. I have no idea how far this walk is going to be. Okay, we have a sign. Literally. Please show respect. Definitely. The trail is kind of disappearing. Okay. Looks like we're going to get a pretty sweet view from up here. Listen to that wind. Intense. Okay, another show respect sign. Oh, okay. There's the rock. Kaulio Nanahoa. Interesting story here. Many years ago, the man Nanahoa and his wife Kawahuna lived on this green hill of Pu'ulua. One day, a beautiful young girl appeared and began to admire herself in a pool of water. Nanahoa watched admiringly, and the girl returned a smile to his reflection in the pool. Growing jealous, the wife grabbed the young girl by the hair. Nanahoa hit his wife in quick-tempered anger and sent her tumbling down a nearby cliff where she turned to stone. Nanahoa also turned to stone, but his power remains in this male rock. It is said if a woman goes to Kalionanahoa with offerings and spends the night, she will return home pregnant. Okay. What about the petroglyphs? That's the end of the trail. I was more interested in the petroglyphs, but no more signs or anything. That was a short walk to there. So much for the spectacular view. Forest in the way, which isn't a bad thing, but you can see the ocean out there. So I guess I'll head back and go the other way. Back at the parking lot. Let's try this path this way. See if it opens up into a viewpoint. Okay, there is something here, a rock wall. And some people. And lots of wind. Yes, viewpoint. Lighthouse. Whoa. Things are getting a little crazy. Man, that is a view. All right. Whoa. Look at those cliffs. Life at the settlement. Kalaupapa School, 1904. In 1866, Hawaiians learned to dread the name Kalaupapa. Once a place of confinement, the settlement became a home for patients sent here decades ago. Modern drugs ended the practice of remote isolation. Tennis courts. Band. Old store. Baseball team. Gas station. Hospital. Wow, this is definitely a unique island. Historic marker. Long after most of the island of Molokai was formed. This peninsula was created by the volcano Kauhako. Legend credits the forming of Kauhako crater to Pele, who, after striking water here, moved on to Maui, Pele the goddess. In ancient times, the peninsula was well inhabited and served as a haven during stormy weather for those traveling this northerly coast of Molokai by canoe. So they now call it Hansen's disease instead of leprosy. But for now, I want to get to my room, get checked in, check out the area around there, see what the dinner options are going to be. I don't know if there's even a restaurant there. Hopefully there is at least a store where I could buy a can of chili or something for dinner tonight, if there isn't a restaurant. But seems like there would probably be a restaurant there, since there are some of the nicest beaches right in that area. So as I explained in the last video, I did not have a car rental already reserved before arriving yesterday on the island of Kauai, where I was before. Then I had tried to call the Alamo car rental place, which was the only car rental company at the airport there, and the call kept getting dropped. I tried like 5 or 6 times and then finally gave up. So I figured, well, just get over here, and in my usual spontaneous, adventurous style, if there wasn't a car available, I'd do something else, which would probably mean hitchhiking, because I assume there probably weren't, well, I don't actually know yet, but I haven't seen a bus yet. There's a bus on Kauai, not sure about here, but basically I was figuring, well, if there isn't a car available, I will just plan to hitchhike and maybe just make it a simple trip, just get to my Airbnb and then stay there and, you know, just poke around or whatever in that area tomorrow. But now that I'm here and driving around, I'm realizing hitchhiking would have been really dang tough. I haven't seen a single taxi either. I'm assuming that Uber doesn't work here. When I got to the car rental place, fortunately it looked like there were plenty of cars, but if there hadn't been, I would have figured it out. I would have done something, but I could have been standing there a long time waiting for a ride. There is not much traffic around here. And look at that crazy fast Wi-Fi. Not so quick for uploading, but it will definitely work. So I am in. It is really nice, and I think it is a good deal for $170 per night. That includes, you know, all charges, cleaning fee or whatever, taxes, etc. 170 bucks. Considering that I paid almost twice as much as that for a very basic hotel room in Kauai, then this is much nicer. Full kitchen and a great view out there. I will show you that in a second. There is just one problem, which is that there are no restaurants and no stores around here that I can find on Google Maps. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do tonight. I have to eat a half of a peanut butter cookie, the granola and yogurt that I bought. Inside the cupboards, there is peanut butter, asparagus, and corn. That seems to be it. I was really hoping for a random can of chili or soup or something. The nearest market is 10 minutes drive away, but it is already closed, so I might be making do with peanut butter and granola. Here's the bathroom. And the view. Not bad. All right. Time to take a seat with a beer and chillax here for a while. This will basically be the end of the video because it's getting dark and dinner is not going to be too exciting. So lots more coming from lovely Molokai.